There's an email from a guy. I was in the Academy of Finance in high school. So in Seattle, the public school system in Seattle is very strong, right? We're Pittsburgh, developing.
Yes,
Um, and we had Academy of Finance in the high school. And there's a guy who came in from New York, MetLife, I believe, insurance company, and he was talking about internships and stuff. And I was emailing back and forth to him, and then I just didn't respond to him, like at one point, because he wanted to set up a meet, whatever, and I just didn't respond, and I didn't realize like the importance of that then. And one of my classmates ended up getting the internship with them in high school, and I didn't get it. And I always thought, like, I'm not going to let that happen again. And so I actually have the unread, or the message is a draft email from 2011 still in my inbox. It just reminds me every once in a while when I'm looking through there, like, make sure you respond to people, because who knows where things could have ended up. And maybe, everything's worked out for me, but you never know. That could have been that opportunity that could have took you to the next level, right? And so you just don't want to miss that because you can't respond to messages. So,
like you said, that was kind of like a lesson you learned when you were young and naive in high school. Do you have, I guess, a follow-up exam when you're older where you got an opportunity and you took it at that very moment because you weren't going to let it pass you up again?
Yeah. When I was in college, I interned, or I interviewed for the internship at PNC. This was December 2014. Came here, did the interview, and so I was very resourceful in the interview. And anyone that's in an interview, like a Super Day setting, like, you have to think, like, the people you're interviewing with, those other kids that are there, other young people that are there, are your competition.
Yeah,
and you don't need to be cutthroat. Like, I've never been cutthroat or in direct competition, but you have to give yourself an advantage. I remember they were just talking about the questions, and I was like one of the last people to go. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to look these questions up, make sure I have a perfect response, and that helped me out there. But anyways, I was coming back from it. I was back in North Carolina, and I went to the gas station, and I need to put air in my tire, and I don't really know how to do stuff like that. I still don't really know how to do stuff like that. And this guy was like, he came over, he's trying to help me out. And I was trying to be like, nah, I don't need your help, whatever. So he goes in the gas station, he comes back out. I'm still like messing with the tire, about to be flat, get it towed. He's like, let me help you out. So he's helping me out. He's got this USA Baseball shirt on. And so I just asked him, I was like, hey, does your son like play for USA Baseball? And he goes, no, I'm the CEO of USA Baseball. I was like, oh, wow. And I happened to have a resume in the back seat because I just got back from the interview with PNC, and was like, oh, well, I'm looking for internships, this, that, and the rest. Guy gave me his card and said, if you follow up with me in the next 24 hours, I'll take care of you. But if not, you're out of luck. And so I did, learning that lesson from high school, followed up with him, ended up interning at USA Baseball the fall of my senior year of college, and still am connected to them to this day. With hardball, we brought our teams down there to North Carolina a few times, and they've been a huge advocate and resource for our kids. It all started just randomly meeting some guy in a parking lot. So you never know when those opportunities come, and you just have to take advantage of them when they're there.
And because you took that opportunity, not only did you got the internship, like you said, and impacted your life, but, still having that working relationship and all of the kids a part of hardball, they're in turn impacted. So, you never know, your response or lack thereof can either impact a ton of people or, cause a lot of missing out for yourself or others.
Yeah, and when you don't respond, it allows people to create their own narrative of what's going on. Like, if you just take a long time. So, hey, I sent them an email to ask a question about something that's been 2 or 3 days. Well, I guess my email's not important, or I guess they're too busy. Like, you can eliminate that by just simply responding quick. Hey, I'm on it, I'm working on it. Or if you have the response, go. But just being responsive really helps, like, eliminate any outside noise, because unfortunately, perception of you is reality. No matter who you are, what you do, like, whatever way someone first perceives you is probably the way they're going to continue to think about you.